The retired veteran expertly took apart the bullets, collected all the gunpowder together, and carefully adjusted the weight of each round, turning them into simple pressure-triggered landmines. Then he dug a narrow trench outside the yard, lined it with waterproof plastic, and filled it with high-octane 98 gasoline. As for the device meant to ignite the trap, he placed it right along the path the enemy would have to take. In the end, he covered everything with turf, hiding every last trace. Because he had set up so many traps, he had to mark them all on a blueprint. Otherwise, even he might accidentally set one off himself. Next, he hammered nails all through a thick piece of wood and hung it above the entrance to the tunnel. Then he sharpened steel rods one by one, turning them into deadly spikes and laid them beneath the attic floor. He even cut down a double-barreled shotgun and placed it where the enemy was most likely to pass. Finally, he carved several wooden spikes with a knife and assembled them into an automatic trigger mechanism. But all of these traps were only for passive defense. If it came to a direct fight, he would still need real weapons. The compound bow that had been sitting in storage for decades was now adjusted back to its maximum draw weight. But the most shocking part was this. Somehow, he had also gotten his hands on a claymore mine and a powerful block of C4 explosive, ready to cut off the enemy's escape route. From that alone, it was clear that Stallone had never planned on walking out alive. From cold weapons to firearms, he had pulled out almost everything he had, all for one reason: to make sure these monsters got what they deserved and never made it back out. And the one who had pushed this 70-year-old man to the edge was actually the adopted daughter he had raised with his own hands. He had never married and never had children of his own. It wasn't until he was nearly 60 that he finally adopted a daughter. But on the girl's 18th birthday, she suddenly said she had found her biological father. Even though he knew that man was a complete piece of trash, out of love for his daughter, Stallone still agreed to let her go.
You can't just protect me forever.
As long as I'm around, he's never gonna hurt you again. No one is.
This was his promise as a father, and it was the greatest sense of security he could give his daughter. But what the girl never expected was that the biological father she had worked so hard to find would turn out to be even worse than human garbage.
I did not expect this. It's been a very long time. Just now, you looked just like your mother.
I'm just trying to understand why you would just go like that.
Okay. You both didn't mean anything to me anymore. I know it's hard to understand, but I wasted time being with you and her, and she fucking dies and leaves me with you, who I never wanted.
His words were like knives, shattering all of her hopes in an instant. Even after he coldly shut the door, she